And he goes, thank you, Don. Just take this tuba home. I'll give you the music. First rehearsal will be tomorrow at main class. We only have 2 rehearsals. That's it. It's the same thing to play every time Papa's on the
So you didn't want to play tuba, but you were going to do it anyway.
So I took it home. And of course, I already knew the fingers. I knew the notes. It was a matter of getting the armature to where it would adjust to that large of a mouthpiece and be able to hit the notes. So the next band practice, he usually has all the graduating people standing there to make sure it's okay, even though they have plenty of other trumpets called to fill in. Well, the tuba player, there was only one, he played his tuba, and then right next I played mine with him for the practice. Now when you have one tuba, I mean, tuba sings out above the whole band. You only have to have one. Because they're just
that loud?
Yeah, they're just that loud. You have to actually calm it down something called. Those notes will carry even above big, loud trumpets. They just do. They carry, and your ear hears it. It's like a pedal on an organ. It's going to carry. It don't matter. So when I was playing mine, you're not going to really pick up there's 2 tubas there. You just know there's tuba. So you can't tell who's really playing what. As long as you're at least hitting the right notes, you really can't tell there's any mistakes. So I play it, and then I have the band practice. Of course, they knew me from conducting the sectionals and all. But when I finished that at the end of band practice, he played over me and says, you know what, Don, you're really good at that. Yeah, I answered yet. You don't need any more help. You're fine. You don't need me to play. And
You didn't want to be that good at it, though, did you?
he told Mr. Macaulay asked him, you think he's going to work out? And he said, Mr. Match, he's already there. He doesn't need me. So the second rehearsal was just me and the band. And the people who were graduating didn't have to attend. And of course, they're going to hear the tuba. One tuba, everybody hears. And after the rehearsal, the tuba, nothing with tubas, even though it's pump circumstance, the tuba has probably the most boring part, but the tuba has to keep the pulse. Boom, boom.
See, rhythm and sense of timing has
whatever
to be
he
there.
conducts, you got to watch, because you don't keep that pulse. That's the footstep for all those graduates. And you got to watch the director like the eagle line, because if you can't speed up, you can't slow down. Everybody else is carrying the belly to get them more, but you got that boom, boom, boom. And so he was like a hawk on the tuba player, especially during Pompous Arrest. And after it was over, just there was one playthrough. He just said, did y'all hear that tuba back there? And everybody broke out in applause. Said, I think we got the tuba player covered. So I was happy. I thought it was a compliment.
So why didn't you end up playing tuba?
Well, after the graduation, we're supposed to see anybody again until next year, after the graduation. At the end of the graduation ceremonies, Mr. Macaulay walked me and says, Don, I need a favor from you. I said, yes, sir. I want you to be our tuba player next year. But Mr. Macaulay, with all due respect, my dad bought me an $800 trombone. And I was waiting. We've been waiting all year for Linda Groove and Bill Ellington to get out of my way so I could be first chair trombone. I've only got 1 year left. I want to be first chair trombone. Well, I'm believing in you that when the new people come in next year, you're going to pick one and you're going to train them how to play tuba. It's going to be your responsibility. And as they were coming in, I was looking at all the instruments, and I was one big guy. I mean, he was huge. He was like Big Bones, kind of like somebody who would be a giant among giants, because it's not a but called it bone structure. He's got big bones. They were probably 6.5 feet tall. And I had a trombone. He was going to be a trombone player. And I watched him come in, and we sat down, and so I thought I was going to make sure I was going to listen to the new trombones that come in. So his first chair, after I played a few times, I would walk around in my section, even though Mr. Macaulay didn't like to walk around. He said, well, you sit there, you can play. But I think he knew what I was doing, so he let me walk around while he conducted the play, and I was listening to the various trombone players. When I got to Barry Wall, who was that tall guy, he really sounded lousy on trombone. So I'd already made up my mind at that point. When the band played over, I came over to Barry. I said, Barry, how do you like to be able not to carry your horn to school every day? Because all you have to worry about is your mortgages. That would sound great, I've got something really special for you. What's that? How would you like to play tuba? Tuba? Yeah, I mean, you are the right build, and when the sousaphone you wear around you, you're the one who wants a great big old white bell, and you go, oh yeah. And then in concert you have this huge instrument that you hold, and I will teach you how to play. We'll meet in band about 30 minutes early every day, and I will teach you how to play these horns.
You had to train him. That was your job.
And not only that, but you've got two. You've got one you can keep at home, and you've got one here at school. So you don't have to carry him back. He thought it was a great idea. Mom and Dad didn't like it, but he thought it was a great idea. He did. And during my 1 year of high school, he actually qualified to go to All-State Band. He was first-year tuba player.
So you did good.
Yeah. Well, during my senior year of band, Elder Spell was a drum major, and Mark, somebody, I can't remember his name, first year trumpet was the band captain. Now, this never came up in the 20 or 30 years that Macaulay had ever had band. Nobody, no former student ever could remember a time that Mr. Macaulay was not at band practice. He was always there. But like a president, there's a protocol.
Right.
When the president's not there, the band captain takes over. If it's concert season,
You weren't the band captain.
if it's concert season or if it's marching season, the drum major takes over. If there's ever an absence, but there was never an absence. I remember having the key to unlock the band room field, put their horns in down. Now, Mr. Macaulay Everfield had other schools he went to in the morning, so that's why he was never at the high school till band practice was the last one of the day. So he drove up and asked him and wanted me to come over to the car and talk to him. He said, I'll just let you know that I'm not going to be here today. There's something I need to take care of. I'm putting you in charge. I want you to take them through the music for our concert festival coming up in a couple of weeks. Run through the pieces. And we'll get back together on it tomorrow.
So each team has a certain amount of time. Remember, then it's owned by.
So when band practice came, I stayed in my trombone area until everybody pretty much got in. They were all warming up, all individually playing on their horns. I move over and I step up on the podium. And everybody stops.
Looking at you like you're nuts. What are you doing up there?
And then I tell them, I'm here to inform you that Mr. Macaulay is not going to be here today. He has something to take care of. And they had this look of disaster on their faces. And he says, he asked me to run you through the pieces for our concert festival tonight. Get your horns out, let's get ready, we're going to start with a warm up. These flat concert scale. We always play the same with a bump. So we may play a few more scales. Sometimes we play them all chromatically, B flat, B naturally, just run up the whole kind of scale. We do that for a while, and then we stop, and then we pull up our first piece. They never gave me a problem, but they just looked at me like, hey, this guy really could not, I knew this guy could not, with a low brass, he could have done it. I need that to do.
Yeah, because you had worked with the section.
Oh, right, but even with the first warm-up pieces, they could say he knows patterns, he knows how to get down.
Finish your story.
No.